Hello, welcome to another video today. I'm Dcash Gaming. Well, I have been Dcash Gaming for the last couple of years. Today we are back with another video. This is going to be my Nashville race review. Sorry it's a bit late. I had a lot going on since I got back late Monday afternoon. And just finally had time to record. I had all the videos put together. Just never had time to record it without, waking everyone up at like 2 in the morning. So anyways, Nashville. What an exciting race it was. I actually just got done watching the Pocono race. That was a very exciting race to watch. Big mayhem in the final corner. Not mayhem, but it was just a crazy last lap. But anyways, so let's talk about Nashville. Qualifying went pretty good actually. I watched pretty much the fifth car on in qualifying got to the track after being stuck in traffic, which we'll talk about a lot of that later on. We got to the track. Everyone there was really nice. Security, they're just doing their jobs. Got up to our seats and qualifying, very, very good. One of the few races to actually have qualifying this year since it's a new track. Eric Almirola qualified on the pole. Kyle Busch second. Joey Logano third. Kyle Larson is another notable one fifth. Eric Jones ninth in qualifying, which I thought that was a really good run for him. Let's see who else. You have Brad Keselowski into 15th position. Just news, a lot of rumors about him. I don't know if it's confirmed or not. Haven't really been keeping up with the rumors about him going to Roush. Christopher Bell 20th. Quintenhoff hit the wall in qualifying. He did not post the time. Anyways, qualifying, it was a single car qualifying. It's just qualifying. Run the fastest lap you can. We get one lap. That's it. Then we went down to the concourse. I don't know if that's what it's called in Nashville. That's what it was called, Chicagoland. You got all the sponsor booths there. We went to Bristol in the spring. If you haven't watched that video, be sure you go watch it. The concourse just wasn't there. We came on the wrong side Friday. Was it Friday or Saturday? Would have had to been Friday. Oh, Saturday. Saturday. It was Saturday. We got there. We went on the wrong side of the track, like where the concourse wasn't. And there was not really much there, a few sponsor booths at that side of the track, which is alright. Then the floods came, so we didn't really see much there. I don't know if they had all that stuff there or if it got cleared out because they didn't want to wait till Monday and had to go to the next race on the schedule. I don't know. But anyways, the track had all the sponsors booths there. People were walking around. First sold out crowd since Daytona 2020, which I think is crazy. I think that we're now back to selling out crowds. But anyways, we went around there. It was hot, very, very, very hot. We actually had to go back to our cars a little bit, and it was so hot the air conditioning unit didn't really do much to help the heat. It was keeping the temperature around about 80 degrees, and for me, up in northern Illinois, 75 is hot. Heat index of 102 I saw at one point. It was brutal out there. At least it wasn't even like a dry heat. It was a humid heat until about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We went around, the area around that's built up so you can get into the stands, where all the concessions or all that stuff are. That was pretty full. Everyone was trying to stay out of the sun. Concert, I didn't really listen to it. I wasn't out there. There are some people out there, but most people are just in the shade, just trying to stay cool. The food there was pretty good. It's concession stands at a major sporting event. It's not great, but it does the job. It's food, and it's something to consume until you get done with the track. The race, green flag was taken actually 15 minutes late because of traffic. Now, people were trying to claim this was 2011 Kentucky type bad. It was not that bad. It was bad. I know someone in the traffic. I don't know if they made it to the start of the race or not, but the highway was backed up about a mile to get onto the exit, and they had to park people on a lot that I didn't even know was there. It wasn't even on the maps from what I saw. I could be wrong, but it was so full. People were still getting to the track at the start, about halfway through to the end of stage one. I can't really quite tell when I looked at there the last time and saw cars. I think it was about end of stage one, and the people were still going through there pretty, you know, you know, no, nose to bumper the entire way onto the roadway, and that was just horrible. But let's go to the race. Race again. Kyle Busch took the lead early on. He was passed again early on. Race was dominated mostly after the first restart by Kyle Larson. First lap, first lap of the race. Quinn Houff wrecked the car. I don't know if that had something to do about his qualifying issues or not. He was out of the race right then and there. But other than that, a lot of cautions for a lot of brake failures. And I think NASCAR needs to go. I think a lot of it has to do with the heat, right? It's 100 and something degrees. It's hard to keep the brakes cool. And all the brakes get a lot harder than 100 degrees. But still, next thing you have to worry about is just the track. You go speeds of mile and a halves, and you slow down the speeds for like at Richmond or slower. Richmond are a little bit faster. I don't think Richmond's near that. No, Richmond's not nearly that fast. But still, you slow down like you do at Richmond, and it's hard on the brakes. And you may be wondering, well, don't they go like Martinsville? Yes, but my response to that is A, you're slowing down actually a little bit more here, and B, you're also slowing down. You don't have the brake package like you would have at like Martinsville, and I think that's part of the thing. Like if you look at those Super Speedway brakes, I know it was Super Speedway. If you look at those brakes, you would think, what's the point of them? Because that's how small they are. Like they're just about enough to get you to slow down on pit road or whatever. Just imagine the mile and a half brakes. Another thing you have to worry about is debris, and we saw this become a major factor in the race. Bell Wallace got like hit by a bunch of debris. I saw a couple impacts with that car, especially right above the windshield, giant pieces of the car out of that from more brake rotors. And a bunch of brake rotor failures. Ryan Blaney got into the fence really hard from brake rotor failure. Who else do I remember got into the wall hard? There was a wreck with two people involved, and it was just a bad deal. Quinn Houff, Ryan Blaney, Chris Buescher, Justin Haley, David Starr, and Ryan Preece. Do I remember them having brake failures? David Starr and Ryan Preece. I know they never actually was out from the damage vehicle policy, but they might have also they went in the garage or something. Chad Fincham had another problem with the back, something in the back. I don't know if it's brakes. I don't know if that was. Chase Briscoe also had a brakes failure, and that car actually had all sorts of problems too. Or Cole Custer. Anyways, one of those two cars had problems. Both those cars had problems. Cole Custer's last car running. Bad day for Stewart-Haas Racing. We got to that later. Stage 1 was won by Kurt Busch. Kyle Larson won Stage 2. And Kyle Busch really didn't have anything once Kyle Larson got in front of him. That was just about it. Is my notes right? Did Daniel Suarez get third place in Stage 1? Now I'm confused. Did he really? I'm looking at my notes here. I don't know if I wrote that down right or not. Yeah. Wow. So that's the case. Yeah. Some things you just don't notice when you're at the track like that, and that's one of them. Uh, Kyle Larson again, like I said, won stage two. Austin Dillon, second place. Kyle Busch, fifth. And here's the problem with Kyle Busch's race. He had a decent race going for him until stage three. Kyle Larson just had a completely different car. Like, was he running a NASCAR Cup car? Or was he running like something like near? It looks like a third of 33% faster than everyone else in the field. And there was something actually interesting with his car. I noticed, and I thought I was going crazy at first, but I noticed it. And after the race, I asked some people who were with me around me, and they said the same thing. Kyle Larson, and entering turn one, when he got right past the shoes cone, he let off. And coasted the whole way into the corner. Everyone else was letting off way later and through the straightaway. I wonder if that's had something to do with his car. I don't know if that's just how it was set up. It was interesting. Clip should be playing right now. Anyways, Kyle Larson just had a completely other car, and the race. While the only thing I think that kept the race going, honestly, was the restarts. The problem with Nashville, and I looked at other races from years earlier, which actually kind of played into why it took so long, so I'm sorry about that. But cautions were the only thing that made a lot of people pass. Once everyone single filed out, nobody could pass to that track. And I know on TV, I'm sure they can make it look something different. Make it look like there's some battle for 15th or 16th. But really, when you're at the track, you see the entire picture. There's no battles. Anyways, that's just racing in general. That's just that concrete track you can't pass once your tires are all eaten up. I think NASCAR did a good job preparing the track. That resin wasn't PJ1, but something like it that filled in the cracks of the asphalt, the concrete. That was, I think that was a good move by them. But you just can't ignore the brake problems that happened, and then the failure by NASCAR to pick up the debris. I don't know if they just never saw it. I don't know if they missed it. I don't know if they went to go pick it up and they dropped it. I don't know. But there's just the problems with debris happen more than once. So I wonder if there's something else with that. But Kyle Larson won the race. Some notable people who where they finished: Kyle Larson, Ross Chastain, William Byron, Eric Almirola, Kevin Harvick, 5th place. Kevin Harvick has I know I literally made my first half of the season video about how they were doing. I know I put Kevin Harvick pretty low on the list. He did pretty good. Daniel Suarez 7th. Good run for him too. Kyle Busch 11th. Kyle Busch suffered a problem beginning of stage 3. He was battling his way back. You also have Denny Hamlin 11th. Martin Truex Jr. 19th. So the rest of the Gibbs can't into too hot. But Chase Elliott was DQ'd post-race for a inspection failure, post-race inspection failure, 5 loose lug nuts. That's the thing I want to talk about right now. How do you end up with 5 loose lug nuts? I understand one, right? I understand you could possibly have the 2, but 5. I don't know what else you can do with that. Yeah. Automatic DQ after 3 loose lug nuts. Per the NASCAR rulebook, he was DQ'd and was up 39th. And yeah, that was a horrible day. Qualified 6th for him. And Pocono won. I just got done watching it. Nothing else better happened to him either. He was pushed back he had a damage literally on the initial start rallied back to the 12th. It's not as bad as I thought, but still, he was in the bottom teens, high 20s most of the day. Pitch strategy, I think, is the only reason why he's up there. But anything other than that, I can't say much else about the race. It was a good race. I'm going to rate it probably a 7 out of 10. Especially for NASCAR putting it on. Cup Series on. First NASCAR race there for 10 years. But other than that, now the other thing I want to talk about, most people didn't talk about in the reviews, I'm sure, because they weren't there, the parking lot after the race. We parked at around 9:55 in the morning. So, we were up in the regular parking lot. Like I said, they had to go to a backup parking lot. But we were there. It took us 45 minutes to move a car length out of the parking lot. I don't know if that was just if they had to close off the roads, and I don't know if there was something going on in front of us, but we moved the car length 45 minutes. There was no direction. Apparently, the exit that we were supposed to go out of before we ended up finding another. We just had to go the other direction out of the parking lot, which we talked to everyone around us, and we just all turned around and went the other way. That was the way we actually wanted to go towards the freeway. The other way took us towards the Lebanon. Luckily, we found the other way out, so we actually got on the freeway, and out we went. But other than that, Nashville, like I said, 7 out of 10. Good race. Wasn't the best race. Again, that's just the nature of the track, though. Other than that, not much I can say. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, you all have a good one.